We begin with the story of an Orange County resident who was legally blind. He couldn't read or drive. Now he can ski with his grandchildren.
It's all thanks to a newly FDA-approved treatment for macular degeneration. Arthur Nehru brings you a story of vision loss and recovery.
Well, I quit driving. I basically quit reading because it was too hard.
Dan Dunbar of Costa Mesa is 81 years old. He first started having trouble seeing about 8 years ago.
I was driving back from Bakersfield and I realized I really shouldn't be driving. I can't see what's on the road.
Dunbar also had trouble doing simpler things, like using his computer.
You tend to compensate, okay? And pretty soon you can't compensate anymore and you say, oh, I really can't see that.
Dunbar is one of millions of people in the United States who have macular degeneration, an age-related disease that's the leading cause of blindness for people over 65.
So macular degeneration is a condition of the retina, which is in the back part of the eye. If you think about the eye like a camera, there's several components, and the film is the retina. And in macular degeneration, the film has been damaged, and it can be, you can get fluid, or you can get bleeding, or you can get scarring.
You can also lose the central part of your vision and gradually go blind.
It's hard. I'd concluded that my vision was going to continue to degenerate.
Dunbar was legally blind. It was this tiny telescope that helped restore his vision. It went from 2500 to 2050. That's 10 times better.
The telescope is a very small device that is implanted inside the eye to magnify images.
Dr. Sumit Garg is a cornea specialist at the UCI Gavin Herbert Eye Institute. It's the only place in Orange County where a newly FDA-approved treatment called Centrosight is available. Although Dunbar didn't receive the treatment here, he was one of the first people in the country to try it last year. A mini telescope was implanted in his left eye during an outpatient surgery to help restore his vision.
There wasn't any pain, discomfort. I could feel that there was something different in my eye, but it wasn't a problem.
But there was a healing process and a training process. It took Dunbar months to get used to seeing things closer with his new lens.
If you're, 30 feet away, it looks out of the lens that you're only 10 feet from it. Which is kind of handy, because when you ski, you're not going to run into anything, because everything is so close. You're going to avoid it.
Once Dunbar adjusted to seeing through the telescope in his eye, the changes were visible.
I could see the walk, don't walk sign on the intersection when I'm trying to cross it. I could do that before. So I think the most astounding thing was the day I discovered that I could see, if I looked at a person, I could see their face.
While he still can't drive, Dunbar's restored vision let him go skiing with his grandchildren last winter.
I'd run into fences and I wouldn't make a turn when I was supposed to make a turn because I couldn't see that far. And but this time I could see where I was going.
I have a patient who now enjoys watching baseball again. He's a 94-year-old patient who wasn't able to see the scores, wasn't able to see the TV, and is now able to do that.
There is a screening process to qualify for the Centrosight treatment program.
Patients who have end-stage macular degeneration in both eyes, patients who are phakic, which means have not had cataract surgery before, and there's several other anatomic and functional requirements that they have to meet.
The goal of implanting the telescope is to go from severely impaired vision to useful vision. Centrosight is one treatment, but there are others available.
Some treatments for macular degeneration include vitamin supplements, wearing sunglasses, UV protection, not smoking.
To be proactive, Dr. Garg recommends getting screened yearly. That way, like Dunbar, you can catch the problem while there's still time to fix it.
Each day it gets better. I get to see more. There we go.
Arthur Nehru, Real Orange.
And for more information or to learn about Centrosight, you can check out the UCI Gavin Herbert Eye Institute.